Hey guys, Rodney coming at you again in another lesson of 10 Minute Pro series about money. As you've seen from the thumbnail, we're talking about credit unions today, and you really should be banking with credit unions in 2022 and beyond. You should get away from what I like to call the big three: Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo. They just are doing so many shenanigans lately, it's ridiculous, but they've been doing it for decades. I mean, Bank of America shutting down locations, not even telling people depositing checks, and they're not even having any record of it. Chase doing the same shenanigans of people depositing $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 checks and gone, no record of it. I mean, these guys are just doing some crazy crap. There's a couple of things what you do when you do join credit unions. As you've seen, credit unions, number one, are very relationship oriented. So unlike the big banks, you can do simple little things to build a great relationship with credit unions, and once you do, they're going to extend you very high limit credit cards, loans, vehicle loans, etc. So for example, as you've seen on the thumbnail, Navy Federal Credit Union is the biggest credit union in the United States and probably in the world, right? And so they have something simple called a pledge loan, and it doesn't matter where your credit's at. Doesn't matter. Basically, once you open an account with Navy Federal, they make you open up a savings account as well and just put $5 into it, okay, $5. But what you want to do is, let's say for example on a pledge loan, put $500 in your savings, right? And then you call them up on the phone and you say, I'd like to do a pledge loan. They take all your information, and then within a couple hours, they basically will send you e-docs to sign. And then once you sign those e-docs, it's incredible. They take the money out of your savings account, and then once you're finished signing the e-docs, they literally redeposit it back into your checking account. And now you have a 6-month term on $500, which is basically 2.25%, and they make $3.17 off you. But that's not the point. The point is to build a relationship with Navy Federal. And so you make those payments for 6 months, or you do it for three to 5 months and pay it off early. Right now you have a payment history with Navy Federal, and you have a relationship to show that, hey, you're capable of making a small loan payment back even though you pledged that $500. What matters is you've built a relationship with them, and in their database they have an in-house scoring system, right? They have their own scoring system, and so now you've added to that scoring system in your favor, right? Point number two is that now you can level up, right? You can leverage that relationship and level up. And this is for all credit unions altogether. And that is, now you can apply for, the lowest tier credit cards, or a personal loan, or a line of credit. I mean, I've seen stories of folks, with 600s, right? With negatives on their credit report. But because they did that pledge loan, and because they have history, they got a $10,000 credit card, they got a $10,000 personal line of credit, they got a $10,000, loan. It's amazing. You can't do that with Wells Fargo, BofA, Chase, and all the big banks. You can't do it. They're very credit driven, whereas credit unions are relationship driven, so that once you have that relationship, then you can level up, right? You can leverage that relationship and now get higher approvals, which basically leads me to point number three, is that now you can take advantage of all the other products that these credit unions have, and you're going to get easier approvals because they have a track record, and their internal scores you rate very, very high. And so as a result, they trust you because you have that relationship, and you level up and you got other products that they had: credit cards, also loan, refinance also loan, credit card transfer, balance transfers, lines of credit, home equity lines of credit, mortgage, and the list goes on and on. Credit unions have better interest rates, definitely, for sure. They have better terms. They're easier to get funded because since you have a relationship with them, once you get approved and funded, all they're going to do is just drop that money in your bank account. It's not going to take days, weeks, months. As soon as you're approved, just like the pledge loan, bam, it's dropped into your account and you see it immediately. It's absolutely amazing. And whether you have excellent credit score in the 800, 700, you have crappy credits in the 400, 500s, or just fair credit in the 600s, it doesn't matter, right? Once you do that little pledge loan and you build a relationship, then it's game on. Whereas with the big boys, you have to have excellent credit out the gate, and they don't care how long you've been with them. It doesn't matter. Whereas with credit unions, you do these small credit, pledge loans like Navy Federal. You could be with them 2, 3, 4 months, and you can turn around and get a credit card. And if your credit's anywhere decent, you can get anywhere from like $10,000 to $50,000 limits. And that's the huge difference between credit unions and just the regular big banks: Wells Fargo, BofA, Chase, US Bank, Citibank, etc., right? Amex. It's ridiculous. So, gentlemen, you really should start getting away from the big banks. And I have a list of the credit unions below, right? There's plenty. You don't even have to have family members, that are in the military, etc., like Navy Federal. But if you can get in Navy Federal, I highly recommend it, because they're an insanely awesome credit union. And there's 7 zillion videos, right, on Navy Federal Credit Union on YouTube. They're that good. And the reviews on Navy Federal are absolutely amazing, because they just take care of their members, right? But once you do that, right, and you get into the credit unions, build that rapport. Build it. It doesn't matter where your credit's at. In a short time, because you've built a great relationship with the bank, they are going to reward you for being responsible, not having NSFs. You definitely have to have cash flow, right? So have your, if you work for somebody, have your checks direct deposited into it. If you're, a business person like me and own your own company, Navy Federal has awesome business checking. But there are plenty of other credit unions that offer business products as well. But you definitely need to get in there. And once you get in there, then, right, if your credit's not that great, then you can look at getting your credit better. But in the meanwhile, do one of those small pledge loans so that you can build rapport, so they can have some kind of history with you, so they can see that you're responsible, and that as a member of that credit union, you are making payments. And if you can't make small payments, how can you make big payments, right? So you've got to start small, and then you move up the ladder, and that's how you leverage that relationship. So I appreciate you making it this far. If you like the video, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Again, gentlemen, I'm trying to reach 1 million men this year. I can't do it without your help. I also have the link down below for the Complete Man series that I created for men. I go into great detail about credit, personal credit, finance, money, health and wellness, relationships, to help you level up so that you can make as much money as possible and live life on your terms. And then also, lastly, again, if you like the video here, if you missed the previous video on the beginning of the 10-minute pro series, you can click it right here at the card at the end here. And then again, gentlemen, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm trying to reach 1 million men this year, and I can't do it without your help. So appreciate you making it this far. We'll see you in the next lesson. Cheers.